over Dusan Vlahovic. But yeah, let's get the show started on today's show. Bang. Yo, what's going on, guys? The Kitty G, and I'm back again. I'm back in the UK. I'm back home. I hope you guys are well. Shout out to the 170 people in the chat. Do me a favor, take that time to just hit that like button. It takes 2 seconds. Really do appreciate it. I can already see that there's a bunch of you guys waiting for the video. I love the support, guys. The support during this transfer window has been absolutely stupendous. I'm so close to 10,000 subscribers. If you guys are new, hit that subscribe button. If you already haven't hit that subscribe button, it would be really appreciated. Now, shout out to everybody. If you guys want to call in, you can call in. Linked to Diego Costa today in a shocking move for Arsenal to be linked to Diego Costa, another former Chelsea player, or should I say former Chelsea legend. Yes, Arsenal are linked to Diego Costa. This is the report. The report coming out of, where is it coming out of? The report is coming out of, 1 second. So Arsenal are among the clubs that held internal informal discussions with Diego Costa following his cancellation of his contract over there in Atletico Mineiro. He is returning. He's interested in returning to the Premier League, and that is the report. So the report is that Diego Costa to Arsenal could be a possibility. I am very much unimpressed with this.
I would take it.
I'm so shocked that Arsenal will be even speaking to Diego Costa's agents.
You take
it. Good for Newcastle, not Arsenal. Newcastle.
Bro, this is to Arsenal. Reportedly, he's 33 years old. He currently costs 4.5 million. We would be getting him on a free contract. He would be coming in as a striker option to play ahead of Eddie Nketiah.
For 6 months, Diego Costa, the shithousery that this guy can bring in 6 months, 100% bring him in. 100%. Bro, I am sick of watching Eddie Nketiah up front. I'm sick of it.
But he's 33 years old.
Dude, I don't care about the age thing. 6 months for this guy to just come in and do a job and then flick him off.
Okay, by the way, guys, this is a really credible source. It came from goal.com.
Imagine us this guy scoring against Chelsea.
Dude, I would take it.
It would be peak, bro.
This guy gave me nightmares, bro. He gave me nightmares.
Honestly, don't see us going for him.
Man said, I'll take Joe Linton over Haller.
Jesus.
I'll take Henry back over Haller. Alan Smith speaks facts also. Costa, no thanks. Some people are barfing.
I'm just saying, compared to what we have right now.
I would say Costa just for the shithousery.
Yeah.
I don't want any former Chelsea players. I'm sorry. I'm such an anti-Chelsea guy right now. I wouldn't even take Antonio Conte as our manager.
Nah.
That's just how I am. And also the fact that he's also managing Spurs right now. I would not take Antonio Conte at Arsenal.
No, I wouldn't take him now. Nah, not after the Spurs job.
And I also would not want Diego Costa at Arsenal. He's a Chelsea legend. He's a guy who kissed the Chelsea badge on numerous occasions. Coming to Arsenal, what the hell am I going to expect from this guy? I don't want him. Also, he's never gotten a red card in his career in the Premier League. Watch him come to Arsenal and get a red card in his first game. I don't want this guy, man. I feel like it's an accident waiting to happen. This is going back to our old ways. This is another.
We've got accidents in our team. Granit Xhaka, walking accident.
You really want Diego Costa? I'm surprised.
I'm telling you, just from me, I would take Costa for the shithousery for 6 months. We're obviously going to be stubborn and not play ABBA. Laka isn't good enough. He never scores goals. Eddie Nketiah is useless. Why not bring a guy in that can rough people up? We need a goal in 20 minutes to go. Bring Costa on to shake things up. I don't see what's wrong with that, especially with zero squad depth that we have at the moment.
Marshall, do you agree?
What did you say?
Yo, Abs is in the house saying we must prioritize a midfielder, not a striker.
Oh, he's right. We should. Midfielder should be first.
Definitely agree. But if you have heard, Fabrizio Romano has confirmed that we 100% will be getting a midfielder.
So I think towards the end of the window, opportunities will come, and it always does. Players will be disgruntled and say they want to leave, and Arsenal will pounce. So we probably are just watching the market, and some things will happen towards the end of the window. So let's
Elvis says stop joking.
fingers crossed.
Okay, let me guess. Josh, for you to know?
What? No, no. I don't want him. One, Willian came here, screwed us over. Better check, screwed us over. Who else he
Luis.
had? Yeah,
Luis?
No,
William
Luis was
Gallas?
absolutely good.
yeah, Luis.
William
Luis
Gallas?
screwed us over.
William
What?
Gallas
No,
was
man.
good.
Costa, Costa's trash, man. He's trash. I'm sorry. For me, he's
Costa's
a
definitely an
banger
Eddie
rich.
signing.
He's trash, man. He's banger rich.
Okay. R1, definitely yes or no? You're on mute, bro. R1.
He loves mute.
Okay. We keep it moving. Ethan's in the house. Ethan, yes or no? Yo, what's going on with these guys today? Okay, we keep it moving.
Yeah.
Enough about that. Now we're gonna keep it moving from that, and we're gonna get on to the main event. But
Victor's right. We need more aggression up front.
what is the main event? Yo, did I tell you before I did the video today? I fell asleep. I woke and just before I woke up, I had a dream that Dusan Vlahovic signed for Arsenal, and he's bagging a hat trick in his debut.
Do we seriously still think this is gonna happen?
It's
Let's talk
happening,
about it.
trust
I know
me.
you were 85%, but bro, like I'm just hella stressed that we're gonna flop this again. Like that's why I didn't get dashed at the start.
Okay, let's talk about it. Dusan Vlahovic to Arsenal. What has happened since we last spoke? What has happened since we last spoke about Dusan Vlahovic? There's been numerous things that have happened. One, there's been offers supposedly that have been submitted. Two, there has been a situation. Oh, Marshall's on camera now. Big up Marshall.
It's the main event.
Dusan Vlahovic. This is the situation with Dusan Vlahovic, guys. The deal between Arsenal and Dusan Vlahovic has not really progressed since we last spoke. Since we last spoke, they said some stuff about Dusan Vlahovic's deal could be coming in the next 48 hours. They spoke about things about contracts, bids being accepted, offers being made. We have a Croatian Facebook group who has inside information that nobody else has. There's so much stuff going on. But long story short, this is the current situation with Dusan Vlahovic and Arsenal, guys. Arsenal have not officially had any bid accepted. Officially, no bid has been accepted. There has been preliminary terms between the agent. There's been preliminary terms between Dusan Vlahovic and Arsenal. There's been conversations between Fiorentina and Arsenal. There's been talks between everybody. But when it comes to actually getting pen to paper and getting stuff signed, nothing has yet been officially signed. Has the player spoken to Arsenal? Yes. Has the clubs agreed on a certain amount? Yes. And guess what? They've agreed on an amount, and then they changed it. And they're like, oh, now we want more. And then the club was trying to hold us for ransom. Then reports came out now that they've agreed to an offer. Fiorentina and Arsenal have officially agreed to an offer. This has come out of over there in Gazzetta dello Sport in Italy. They've reported that 60 million euros plus Lucas Torreira for Dusan Vlahovic has been agreed. And at this point, the deal is in the next level of its stages, where it just needs to be accepted by the player and his agent, and then the deal can be done. So since we last spoke, all that's changed is they've added an extra 5 million to their income. So that's the situation. Dusan Vlahovic's deal has been an absolute circus. It's been chaotic. You guys already know we did the whole video last time explaining everything. So it is now 58 million pounds. My question to everybody is, will the Dusan Vlahovic deal will it happen? Because I know you just asked this, Dylan, but will this happen? And
I don't think
the way
so.
that I asked you guys, will it happen? Is it's not even will it happen. Do you think they will Dusan Vlahovic and his agent or Fiorentina, who will be the one to ruin this deal? Because at this moment, I don't know if it's Dusan Vlahovic's team and agents who are going to ruin this deal, or if it's going to be Fiorentina, because they keep changing the guidelines. They keep changing everything. Everything just seems to be changing every single day. One day it's, they've accepted the deal, 50 million plus Lucas Torreira. Next it's 55 million plus Lucas Torreira. Now it's 58 million pounds plus Lucas Torreira. And then tomorrow we're going to hear that no bid has actually been submitted. Like conversations just keep changing every single day. Where
Can
do
I
you
just
guys
say, like,
stand on
well, like, look, that's why I said to you, like, I don't trust publications coming out with figures. This is accepted. This isn't, because at the end of the day, until he holds a kit, I don't believe that it's happening, because we've seen this happen many times at Arsenal where we just flop transfers, niggle over like $1 or $2 million, and the deal gets thrown out of the water. At the end of the day, if Vlahovic wants to come to Arsenal, he can come to Arsenal. If it's supposedly that the Fiorentina accept the money, it's up to him and his agent. If his agent's being a pain, find another agent. So, look, I just don't trust it. I just don't trust it happening.
Okay, I'm just gonna. I put a question in the comment section for everybody, and I want to ask you guys: will Dusan Vlahovic's agent accept the transfer to Arsenal?
How
Because
much
that
does
is what
the
it comes
agent
down to.
want?
1 second, just before we go any further, big up to you for the super chat. Really do appreciate it, my guy. I have accepted that this won't go through. All PR. All this is PR. Wow, really? You think this whole thing is PR?
It's a hype. We get through
Wow.
it every year.
Wow, that would suck if all of this is just PR and we're just sucking in PR for no reason.
Honestly, I have one question.
Yeah,
Why
go
the hell
ahead.
are we going after him? Like, so far, his agents doesn't do not want to do some Vlahovic at Arsenal. What's the point of actually getting him?
Because he's one of
Apparently,
the best young talents in the world.
I know he is the
apparently
best, but still.
he would willingly fire his agent to get the transfer over the line. Supposedly, this
But
is what we
haven't
heard
seen
on
that happen
Friday.
yet.
So
We haven't seen that happen.
So the truth of the matter is, when players from Serbia, they don't really get opportunities. So a couple of, I think they're kind of related to the government or the international sports body. They get you an agent. So these guys kind of help the players to get clubs. You understand? So it's kind of hard for him to just get out of let's say where he was before, and now he's at a big club, a supposedly big club, Fiorentina. The agent wants to get a lot of money for all his services, and it's only normal because Vlahovic is one of his biggest clients, or if not his biggest clients. So the truth of the matter is, now we have to negotiate with the agent, and I think it's not going to be a problem if the player is willing to come, of which I know he's willing to come, and the club Fiorentina wants him out because he doesn't want to sign a new contract, and he's asking for a lot right now for the last contract offer Fiorentina gave him. So everything indicates that if Arsenal put in a bid, he's going to come to Arsenal. We put in a bid and it gets accepted, which we'll know in the next 2 days, Monday and Tuesday. We should know because all the reports are saying we've put in a bid. Now let's see what happens. If it gets accepted, it's either the player rejects the move or accepts the move. And Fiorentina will want him out because that gives them cash in the bank and they need money. So
And they get Torreira for 15 million.
Yeah, exactly.
What do you call it? Regardless, they were going to get Torreira for 15 million. I remember, okay, big up to my guy, friend of the super chat, saying, remember what happened with Locatelli last season.
Yeah, but Juventus don't have the money this year anymore.
This is not a Locatelli situation.
Yeah, it's completely. Locatelli's dream was always Juve, and he was always waiting for Juve, no matter what, with Arsenal. So they came up with an arrangement to suit the actual player. So that's it. That's a little bit different, yeah.
And also,
let me tell you guys this, guys. I've done a whole video on the timeline of everything and all the events leading up to the Dusan Vlahovic situation. If you haven't already checked that out, go check that out on the channel. And in that video, I highlighted everything going on from the player being linked to us, to them signing his potential replacement on the 8th of January, to everything that has happened up until the 12th of January, where Arsenal have supposedly agreed his wages, which would be 19 million with a 5-year deal. And the only thing stopping us is currently the player needs to agree, and the agent fees has been an issue, but reportedly Arsenal would be willing to pay up to like 10 million in agent fees, or no, 15 million pounds in agent fees Arsenal will be willing to pay. And this was reported on the 10th of January by the journalist who works with the what's his name, Solomon. 1 second. Let me check who Solomon works with. I forget who Solomon works with, but yeah. So there's been numerous reports on this, and I've been following this clearly for the last couple of days. The Daily Mail journalist, the head chief journalist, reported on this and said Arsenal are willing to spend 15 million in agent fees to get this deal done. So I do think it is going to happen. I think it's very different from the situation with Dusan Vlahovic's situation is much different to the Locatelli situation. We always knew Locatelli was never going to happen. This is different. Just before we get started, yeah, I read the agent wanted 15 to 20 million, 100%. What are you saying, Josh? Sit up. Let me see what you got to say, bro.
I think this will definitely happen. I think the bid will be accepted. Because, where else is he going to go? I mean, no one else is putting a bid in. City are going to go for Haaland. Juve, they kind of broke. Barca are broke anyway, so I don't know where else he's going to go. I think if the bid gets accepted, I think that's obviously the whole deal wrapped up. Obviously, then we need to sort of contracts and whatnot. But first things first, get the deal accepted, then go from there, innit? But yeah, I am 100% confident with that. We are definitely going to sign him. 196.
Okay, now we've spoken a lot about Dusan Vlahovic. Let's just talk about this one little second. Everyone keeps talking about Tielemans to Arsenal. I don't think it's gonna happen, guys. I don't want to be the bad guy, but I just don't think it's gonna happen. I've seen Leicester. I've seen how Leicester act. Leicester are not a fun team to work with. They absolutely are one of the worst teams to work with. What do you guys think? Do you really think we can get him? Because I don't know. I don't think we can get him. I really
Arsenal,
do believe.
For me, anyway, Arsenal are very.
Tielemans to Arsenal is very unlikely.
Yeah, I think it's unlikely just because we're very poor at negotiations. But he'd be a fantastic talent to have at Arsenal. So
supposedly Arsenal have been given a big boost as Leicester boss Rodgers has admitted that they are looking at all their options and when asked about their future with Youri Tielemans. So they could be up to selling him.
With the kind of pressing we adopt at Arsenal and the kind of hard work we need midfielders to perform. I don't want that kind of player because he's lazy. He doesn't really cover for. If you watch Leicester games, once it's like 70 minutes, he's tired. He always gets subbed out. I'm not really down for that kind of player, and I honestly will not support us going for him. We could go for better players, except he will be an option, but we need actual players right now that will come into the team and do a job. And
people will call you crazy for saying no to Tielemans.
No, I'm going to say no. Like our midfield right now is better than Leicester's, and what are we saying? How we go for a player that's less better or not as good as what we have right now. So what are you saying? So will you say Tielemans is better than Partey? Is that what you say?
Hold on a second. Do you just say midfield's better than Leicester? Nope. Nah, I'm sorry.